conference, okay? And it is organized by the Java user group community, the Egyptian Java user group. And my name is Mohammed Shahad, and I will be your moderator for today's track. Is that okay? And I'll be, just feel free if you have any questions during the day, I'll be among you. Okay, okay. I just want to mention some few things around the day, just to be able to collaborate together to make it a success as much as we hope for you. Like, please, everybody has the ID just appeared in a good place for everybody can see your name. This is one thing. And as you might have experienced already, like we have some few buttons for our sponsors out there: Google, ITS, iCraft, the Egyptian Java user group community. And you can go there to know more about how to contribute and stuff. iCraft as well, EMB, and Edita. Okay. We will be having our coffee breaks and lunch out there, and here, just around the corner. And there will be a place for prayers, just ask the registration desk that they will guide you. As well, we have a lot of giveaways mechanisms. We will have some draws at the closure. We will have some giveaways given for the smart questions during the session by maybe the speakers would help us to give the giveaways to people with smart questions. This is another one thing. If you look in your conference bag, you will have some evaluation sheets. It's really important and it's really recommended that we just fill in it with every session after it, just to be able to fill it properly. And that's it. Let me introduce the first session by Shin. Shin is an architect at Part1 Microsystems and technology evangelist. I'm sure that many people already know him through his JavaFX.com. I'm one of the guys that already introduced to Java by his portal, and he will just be able to present himself. Thank you.
Good morning. This is my third time in Egypt, and every time I come here, I'm struck by the beauty of this place. The people are nice, food is good, and you have the wonders of the world. So I'm delighted to be here with you. Today, I'm going to speak on two topics. The first topic is JavaFX, how to build exciting, rich internet applications on the Java platform. By the way, this is going to be the pace or the speed of my speaking today. Is that okay?
Yes.
All right, sounds good. So this is what we are going to cover today. I think we have 1 hour period. So I'm going to spend maybe 5 minutes talking about the syntax of it, the key syntax features of JavaFX scripting language. And then I'm going to talk about how to build GUI application, graphical user interface application, using a technology called Shin graph. JavaFX is built on the top of what is called the Shin graph technology, and this is how it makes building GUI application real easy. So we're going to spend some time on understanding the concept of Shin graph. And then animation and media is a very important features for building rich internet applications. And you see how easy it is to include multimedia and animation using JavaFX. Another key aspect of JavaFX technology is deployment. And one thing I'm going to demonstrate, and I'm sure if you have some exposure to JavaFX, has seen this draggable applet. You can drag the applet out from the browser onto your desktop, and it gets installed right there. And I'm going to talk about JavaFX Mobile as well. One of the key advantages of JavaFX compared to other technologies such as Zip-like or Flex is, because JavaFX is built on Java platform, you write once, and then that application should run on all different platforms, including mobile platform. And then I'm going to talk about Java WidgetFX. This is widget framework. And I think there is a talk on Java Store today, so I probably skip Java Store. So let's move on. So let me talk about JavaFX scripting language a little bit. So this is how you are going to define a JavaFX class. Very simple. You specify the name of the class, and then you specify a set of attributes and their types. This looks like a Java scripting language, right? That's exactly right. It looks very much like a Java scripting language. This is how you are going to create an object instance from JavaFX class. You can still use a new keyword. However, easier way of creating object instance over JavaFX is by using what is called the object literal. Again, this looks very much like a Java scripting language. Excellent. So those are the 4 points we can give away today. All right. Good. So I'm going to ask a few questions here and there, and anybody who answers a question will get the book. Excellent. So basically, you specify the name of the class, and then you provide, of course, the attributes or properties and their values. It's straightforward, right? Okay. So this is another example. In this case, I'm creating customer object instance. And customer has 4 attributes: first name, last name, phone number, and address attribute. Now, address attribute is assigned with an object instance of address class. Makes sense, right? Okay. Now, another very important, exciting feature of JavaFX is binding. Binding is basically cause and effect. You change something, and the change will be reflected in another place automatically. So in a sense, it's replacing the listener pattern of Java. If you remember how to write the listener pattern, you have to write a multiple set of source files. Here, so one single bind operator will handle everything for you. Very, very powerful feature. So basically, you specify some expression on your right. The expression could be a very simple variable, or it could be even a function. And whatever being changed on the right side expression will be reflected on a variable on the left side, in a sense. So let's take a look at an example of this. So this is probably the simplest example of binding. So if you see, we define a variable called x, and then we have an expression, x plus 10. That's a very simple expression. Now, we have bind keyword. So what I'm saying here is, whenever this x plus 10 expression is changing, the change value will be reflected in this variable form. And again, on the right side, it could be complex expression, it could be even a function. So in this case, when I change x value to 1, y will be automatically changed to 11. So if you print this out, you will see the value of y 11. Pretty straightforward, right? Now if I change value x to 47, then y automatically get changed because we have a bind operator. So this time, if I try to print y value, then it will print 57. Straightforward, right? Okay, moving forward. If you're using swing, one of the questions people ask when they first get exposed to JavaFX is, difference between Swing versus JavaFX? Another question might be, should still Swing be important technology moving forward? Okay, so let me address the first question first. What's the difference between Swing and JavaFX? Swing is very powerful technology. So you can build very sophisticated and exciting GUI application using Swing. However, Swing is complex. The learning curve of Swing is pretty steep. You have to spend a lot of hours to understand ins and outs of Swing to be able to write reasonably good GUI application. JavaFX was designed to address that problem. Because JavaFX is based on what is called a declarative syntax, leveraging SingGraph, it's a lot easier to write GUI application using JavaFX. Now, the second question is Swing still important technology? The answer is absolutely yes. Swing will evolve. And there are areas that you might still want to use Swing. But in general, you want to take a look at JavaFX first whenever you write GUI application. Okay? So, the reason of easiness of building GUI application using JavaFX is because JavaFX lets you build GUI front-end using what is called the declarative syntax. So let's see what that means. So this is the simplest possible GUI application. And you can see this is a declarative syntax. Swing is procedural in a sense, right? You had to write multiple lines of code, creating a frame and then add some button piece by piece. It's procedural. JavaFX is declarative. So here, we define what is called the stage object instance. This object literal notation. Stage object has 4 attributes: title, width, height, and scene. Now, scene attribute of state object is assigned with a scene object instance. So scene object instance has multiple attributes. One of the attributes is content. So content is a collection of graphical object instances. Now we have only one object instance, which is circle. The circle has attributes: center X, center Y, radius, and width. Okay? And you can add other graphical objects inside this content, and that gets displayed. So if you want to write GUI application, you basically think about what are the graphical images you want to display, and you just declaratively specify. So it's pretty powerful. So what is SingGraph? SingGraph is a behind-the-scenes, foundational technology that makes this graphical notation of GUI application possible. So if you think about GUI application, basically, it's a tree structure. You have a frame, and then inside you have buttons. You could have composite graphical objects that could also contain another frame and things like that. So you can think of these things in a tree structure. SingGraph lets you specify your GUI objects in tree structure in hierarchical fashion. That's the power of SingGraph. So SingGraph is not just used in JavaFX, it's pretty much used in all graphical technology in a sense, because it really lets you specify your GUI objects in a tree structure, hierarchy of graphical objects. So now, what is the big deal of this? The big deal of this is this. It is a tree structure of graphical object, right? Now, each of these tree element is called node. Okay? Tree node. Now, the big deal about this is you can apply all these graphical properties effect, animation, and transformation, and user